Hey everybody, I want to do a little bit of a review, I guess you would call it, on this frame after I've been flying it a while. I'm reviewing the Marmotte frame, the Space Carbon. I've had it a little while now and I've been lucky and never wrecked it. The flight characteristics of this is just amazing. This frame is so rigid. You can basically turn all filters off and it does super good. This has been a really fun flyer right here. But my opinion on it, there's a lot of hype out there about it. And let me show you something. Look at this right here, delaminating right here. Let me try to get it. It's hard to hold on this camera in this too. Can you see that big bulge? All this. It's a big hump. See the crack all the way up through here and all this? This is not even flyable. Let me get under the light right here. You can't see it too good. Right there's another big hump. This frame is crap. This material is not meant, see it right there really bad. This material is not meant for any force, G-force. This wreck wasn't bad at all. You can see what happened. The famous V1S, HQ V1S's exploded in midair. Gosh, it peed me off, but it just exploded off of this one right here midair. It wasn't even near anything, doing a punch out, and it just exploded. It sort of, when it exploded, I was about 20 foot off the ground, maybe sort of punching out. And when it exploded, all three of these, it started doing this weird cartwheel thing backwards and just cartwheeled like this to the ground. And you can see it didn't even get any dirt in the motors or nothing. I landed in an old rosebush-like place with some old Virginia creeper vine and stuff, and the vine even helped get tangled up and catch it before it got to the ground, but it still busted and broke this whole right front arm off. So if you want my opinion on this frame, it's probably the best frame you'll ever fly. But you better be a good flyer and never wreck it, because this frame will wreck. I mean, this frame will break over the slightest freaking crash. It is very feeble, and that's my opinion. I own one, done broke it. I'm gonna replace it with the original old school style carbon. It's more flexible and less likely to break. I had that scary suspicion when I got it, but it's got the lifetime warranty, so I'll just go with the original now, because I do like the Marmotte head and the tiltable camera and all that. So that's my take on the new Space Carbon by Marmotte. By Armatan, I'm sorry, by Armatan. You better stay away from it. Thanks for watching Weekend FPV. Okay, I want to make a update here. GoPro power off. I left my camera on. I had to scrape and salvage to try to get some props to fly this one, but I got the frame switched, flying the original frame now. It was fairly easy. All I did was unbolt the motors, unbolt these right here across the bottom. All this come off as one unit, and I just transferred it right over. 20 minutes, I guess. I done converted and changed and was flying this frame. The difference between the two, I didn't change anything. No filters, no PID tuning, nothing any different. It flies just the same as it did with the Space Carbon. I can honestly tell no difference. And I mean, I purposefully tried to feel and see what the difference between the two flight characteristics was, to see if I got prop wash maybe where I didn't before, or if I needed more D-gains or anything. I literally didn't have to touch anything. This frame is just as good flying wise as the other. And I feel it's way more tougher. I just thought I would make an update. There's a lot of people out there wondering what the flight would be between the two. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and plug in, and I'm on Betaflight here. I'll show you what my PIDs are, and I didn't change one earthly thing. Get plugged in here. Well, there it is. Okay, let me connect here. Right here's my PIDs. P gain 60, roll 60, yaw 72, I 70, 68, and 100. D is 20, 22, and 0. I got a lot of feed forward gain. I like a lot of, control and a lot of quick movements. So feed forward 100, 175. This is my rates. Down here, basically don't have nothing checked. I don't have throttle boost checked. Basically I do have I-term and VBAT PID compensation. I just turned that on to see if I could even tell any difference, but I never could. Now here's the filters. Right here is the filters I've got turned on. I did have this one turned off. My last flight was with this one turned on. I had this one off, and I turned it on because I was afraid it would shoot to the moon, where this frame was a little more flexible and I didn't want to shoot to the moon, so I turned this one on, and I flew it. I turned it back off with just this one right here on, and flew it with it off, and I couldn't tell any difference. And I thought that I should felt a little bit of control difference, by having more filtering. So I turned it back on to fly another pack to see if I could tell any difference, and that's why it's on right now when I just plugged in. So this is off. Saving that. I'm going to put that back like it was, because I can't tell any difference. I'm probably pushing it to the edge a little bit by turning that off, but I really like how it handles with that off. So that's my PIDs, and I love the way it handles. I honestly cannot tell no difference between this frame and the other frame. Let me get the other frame. Now right here is the other frame. Now that it is off, maybe you can see this. That's dirt. Let me find which arm's broke. Right here it is. See this right here? Get it in the light where you can see it. Some people would probably fly this frame, but not me. Look at the back side of it. See all the cracks and the busted places in the back side. It's done flexed and busted this arm. You can hear it. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not because the TV on, but it's a backup. I'll probably never fly this frame again, but I'll hang it on the wall and remember them days of flying some kind of crazy space carbon from outer space. What a joke. Armatan's original carbon is way superior. Gotta have that little bit of flex, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I ain't been much help, but that's just my take on the 2 Marmotte frames that I've experienced. Thank y'all for watching Weekend FPV.